Hello.
Hey there, nice to see you.
Hi. Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah. I'm fine too.
Very
Just,
nice.
yeah. I'm spamming some void spirit because I've tried invo, but no. It feels like I don't know how strong he is right now, so I kinda like wait a little bit and let other pro players play and then like try to uh play it later on.
Yeah, some ups and downs for me as well. Still figuring out how things work. Alright, let's jump into it. Some Quinn gameplay.
Yeah. I'm happy that if you can break down what is, what might be hitting or what void spirit.
I do not concern myself.
So, what I've been really surprised is maybe the wrong word, but Quinn, in this game, he puts a lot of focus on the farming. And I think this is something we can do in our games as well, because usually there's even more space than in like, what rank is this? If you look at this, this is really, really high rank. And usually we have a lot of space, and he's just using it to get as much CS as he can. Let's check out laning states first, and then we can go over his game plan. So it's against Pugna, that means we can, we kind of know that we're gonna lose this tower anyways. And I'm just interested to see how he reduces the harass damage. Alright, so what's the first aggro? Getting the wave back. Maybe, I mean, who am I to correct Quinn, but maybe we should have used E to get the range creep. Oh, whatever. Oh, this is super nice. Look at this. So we got level 2, and then he's using it not to get the CS, but to actually destruct this guy, and he gets some damage as well. He tanks the creep wave, and he gets the CS.
Okay. I learned something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's
Instead of getting the CS, he's harassing and getting the CS
Yeah.
at the same time.
And same here, he was trying to go for a deny. Okay.
Not while I'm around.
It's a rough lane.
So he goes. Oh, okay. I thought he Q stick and then he going for stick first and then bottom.
Consider an alternative.
Yeah, but I think it's really worth it to have the bottle at minute 2, so you can get the water in.
And
Ooh, look at this. I really like how he uses the E here, and then he just tanks up. That's super cool. And again, same thing.
so E can tank like 3 creeps.
Yeah,
With the 2 point on E, he can tank a creep. Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Same thing. Q for control, really consistent. Aggro, same shit.
I've noticed something like in my game. I've been using the Aether Remnant to take the range creep usually, like most of the time. But I noticed that he use it for like harass the enemy.
Yeah.
Like more than like 8 times.
Yeah.
6 or 7 times right now. So
So he's really efficient with his mana and just spamming it continuously, and then he gets both at the same time. Like he gets the CS, but he uses it on the enemy, so the enemy takes damage and he's not able to contest the range creeps, and then he auto attacks the range creep.
I see.
This is also really cool. Look at the positioning. Like he
Yeah,
blows him away, and then like from the zoning, basically he gets the range creep.
Wait, how do he like ignore the creep aggro,
Let's see again. So he gets that creep, and then instead of throwing aggro here, he decides to make an aggressive move because Pugna aggro down. He's taking the CS, he's pushing him away, And one creep attacks the range creep, and then he's just getting it by being closer to it and being a melee hero. And like he creates a barrier to the enemy. Sweet. Luna's mid. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, and then the build is pretty much the same. Bottle and Bracer, I've seen this like so many times. I think this is the best build for the universal heroes right now.
I mean, like, I've been trying Void Spirit, playing Void Spirit, so I guess like every universal hero just with like red.
Yeah.
No, with Bracer, and then it hits like 70 or 75 damage. Something.
Yeah, it's super crazy.
It's really big, yeah.
And look at those CS. Like it's 5 minutes and he's 30 CS. This is crazy. And now he decides to go for the stick. It doesn't make sense against Pugna.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is under.
I mean, this lane is going to be relatively straightforward. Pugna is going to push. He's going to try to de-push. And then you can try to make some aggressive moves, but it's Pugna at all. But the timing is important. I didn't even realize. But so the timing is minute 5:50, and then he's making an aggressive move. This means that like once the move is done, Pugna is probably low, and now he has the freedom to move to the rune. So always
he already like time it when he going to be aggressive.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you want to scare the enemy away and like distract him from thinking about the rune by being very aggressive, and then you go for the rune instantly.
I see.
And then just laning.
I see a lot of nothing in your future.
Yeah, and now probably the tower's gone. But there's not much you can do. Maybe a support can go in. But look, Pugna even cliffs the catapult. He dies for it. But look at the tower. It's half gone with just one action. He's trying to de-push.
Pugna's specialty is for buildings, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Super annoying.
because
There's also not too much you can do. I think his mentality, like we only saw him before looking at top real quick when they were diving the tower, and I think here he thought about like going in, but I think he's really under pressure. Like as soon as he decides to TP somewhere else, the tower is gonna fall, and you kind of want to hold it as long as possible. I think. He's trying to make another move.
From your perspective, do you think the Void Spirit versus Pugna is a favorable matchup or unfavorable?
I think it's pretty even. Like nobody is gonna crazily win. I think Void has the opportunity to get kills with level 6 if Pugna makes a mistake, but Pugna has a chance to get the tower.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Yeah, this is just annoying. Like that's what's gonna happen like all the time. That basically he's pushing the wave, and then what Quinn does really well, he got like 2 or 3 denies, and then he has to deal with the wave and kind of push it. Another aggressive move.
Wait, what makes him like? What makes him like he feels like he is strong? Why did he dive like that?
So he has 2 reasons to do this. The first thing is he has to take care of the wave, and of course he could farm it back here, but there's the minute rune coming up again. Like we have minute 9:50 again, so he wants to contest the rune, and now he's seeing Venom, and he sees that Techis is moving with him as well. So he has a teammate that's coming up with him, and he tries to play and make an aggressive move just to scare him off again, and then get the rune for free. So he's going in, Techis is making a move, he's disengaging because he sees the rune is not there. And then he's going back. I think if the rune would have been here, he would have W'd to this side and then ultied out. But now he's stepping to this, and now he can basically ignore the fight, just take the rune, and continue mid lane.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Same thing. Just pushing the waves out. And every time this Pugna, like if this Pugna does not show up, he would probably hit the tower really, really hard. And you can even, like if you have a catapult like this, you can even try to cliff it and push continuously as soon as the enemy mid laner is gone. And if the mid laner is there, you just chill a little bit, see if they overstep, and defend the wave again. And now this is basically the first time Let's zoom back to this.
A sign to heed.
So he's clearing the wave. And this is basically the first time where he has some freedom, because Pugna is not going to push without the tower, but there's nothing else to do for him, and he has a power rune. So right here we could look for to make a play. And indeed they're smoking together with the team, because there's no, like, the wave is still not here, the wave is still not meeting. And even if Pugna is like bursting the next wave in like 10 seconds, then he will already almost have made his play, and he can TP back to the wave to protect the tower. So the rune and the pushed out wave is the cue for him to go for a play, and then he sees the Doom diving. It's kind of weird because Doom is already dead, and now it's like, okay, what's happening? Pugna is top already, so it's kind of, do we want to do something? I don't know. He's focusing the Venom, but I don't think anybody dies here actually. Yeah, probably he's just disengaging again. But he gave himself the chance to make a play. Doom is refilling bottles, so nice. Pugna is back, so he has a little bit time to make a play again, like two choices. Either you defend mid lane, or you try to go for another play. He still has 2 ulti charges, so he's going for the play. And just killing the Luna real quick. And then I wouldn't be surprised if he's going back to the town, yeah. So Pugna didn't manage to push in the whole time, and it was actually really, really well played, because he was there when the tower wasn't pressured, and then he saw Pugna as well, and he was staying and just staying around in the area, waiting for another opportunity before Pugna was actually able to harass the tower. So it was really, really well timed.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's difficult to jump in here because Venom is right behind him and he's low on HP. Yeah, and the tower's gone.
No more middle tower for
Close minion.
Yeah, this is Pugna. What can you do?
Yeah. Even if Pugna stomp any hero at mid like pretty hard, he would have been take the tower like under 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like Pugna can get it even faster if Pugna wins the lane. But both, I think, played really well to the extent the heroes can play. So he's just pushing out the wave again. And now we have Acro Saber, and things change a little bit. As soon as you have Acro Saber, you can actually start to take neutral camps. And this is something which is really cool here as well, and really like repeatable. He's just taking this camp and rotating back to the mid lane. So we can see the mid lane. Pugna is gonna push it, and he came back from the camp and took it. And then he's probably gonna take like the next camp, or the same camp on top because it respawned from the minute mark. And then you just bounce between like the camp and the mid lane.
What is the idea behind this? I mean, like, I know it's want to farm, but why do he doesn't like rotate to any other land? Why do he choose to farm and then no?
So if you look at the map, there's not really that much to do. You have the option to play top with your Doom, but Doom doesn't have ulti, he just used it, and you cannot threaten this tower anyways at minute 14. I just had this in another coaching replay where like the enemy offlane, they took this tower, and then they pushed this tower at minute 12, which is like way too early, because you're not gonna take this tower at minute 12, and also not at minute 14. So it would be a waste of time to just chill here. And if Doom doesn't have his ability, he's also not gonna get a kill in this area. And I think he would be ready if for example, if they dive bottom, if they dive the Wind Ranger, I think he would be ready to TP. He also has like his 2 astral steps and keeps everything alright. Let's see if he has a TP coming. Of course he has, because he's Quinn. So he's ready to play, but there's not really anything that needs attention. On the other hand, if he keeps pushing out the wave here, Pugna or one of their teammates is going to be forced to be around the mid lane, or they lose the tower. And this tower is actually the next objective. So you take the enemy safe lane tower, and then I always preach that you want to take the enemy mid lane tower. And so he's just continuously pressuring that whilst being ready to play. And yeah, the next thing is you just boost the net worth. So this is going to be so much easier. If you continuously boost the net worth, and in the end of the game you're the highest net worth player, the probability of winning just increases. So now Winter has to be here, and we see on the map, we see that a lot of enemy heroes are up there. But like again, this doesn't look like a fight, because you don't want to jump into 3 or 4 enemy heroes. You rather just force them to split again and pull them apart and maximize farm on like your position 1 and position 2. So look, he's even chilling a little bit because he doesn't see the heroes. Which hero is he afraid of? Monkey King probably. I think Winter and Monkey King. Okay, now Winter's showing up there, and he's pushing the wave, and he has a catapult now as well.
This is different from my perspective because the way I understand this current patch, right? If you gank to on other lands and then you can kill the enemies, so it gives you more gold advantage and experience right now. So
yeah, definitely.
From my perspective, who is this? Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Quinn. From my perspective, Quinn is prioritizing his farm over the kill, I guess.
I think it depends on the situation. Like if you look top at this, the probability of getting a kill here is super low. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 heroes or maybe even more. And if you just jump in there randomly without having your core abilities up, for example the Doom, then it's really difficult to get a kill. And instead you can just prioritize the building at this place and wait until they split up. Like if you force them to react to the building, if they split up a little bit, then you can make a new gank, maybe with a smoke, and get precise targets and get the kill. But so he's just avoiding like random 5 versus 5 fights.
Okay.
So
it's not a good fight, so he's not reacting to that, right?
Yeah. And as you can see, like the enemies, if you look at their HP up there, they're still pretty high HP, and the whole team basically had to disengage. So I guess he was kind of able to read beforehand how this fight is going to look like, and even if he participates in that, it's not going to be the best outcome for him. Instead of having a risky team fight where you don't know which way it goes, he rather prefers to take an objective that is necessary to take and boost his own net worth. And we can look at this real quick. This is super interesting. So he took the tower, and usually you would take the minute rune now. You would take the minute 16 rune, but the minute is not the rune is not bottom, and he doesn't dare to go top. Like we saw that only Luna showing and Luna support, and we didn't see the other heroes that were fighting there. They're probably controlling the rune here anyways, so he's not going for it. And we see that Doom almost has his ulti again, so he's making a move towards that area, and he's like, yeah, maybe we can play. And then I have bottle. Is something happening? I don't know. He's looking at bottom. He's still farming the camp. Yeah. So if there's a play happening, he's looking to make a play with Doom. Look. He's even moving in that direction, even though Doom is moving back a little bit. And he's just grabbing a free tower. I think Doom should join them. He probably knows better than I do, but it seems like Quinn is ready to play here, and he's just farming the ancients to stall the time and see what happens.
Void Spirit with the Echo Saber in 16 or 17 minutes already can take ancient camp.
Yeah. And so he's just hitting camp to camp and boosting net worth. And at some point, like there's not really much to do here now. Maybe we can look for a kill, but at some point we're probably gonna rotate top and farm enemy area.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Okay, Monkey's here now. Let's see. Taking outpost. Yep, and we got top area because there's not really anything to do. You don't wanna defend this tower against 5 people. It's super dangerous to defend this area. And he was like, okay, there's nothing to do at this place anymore. Doom doesn't join, and we're probably not gonna get a solo kill. And we haven't seen anybody react to top. This means that a lot of enemy heroes are probably bottom, and he's just like, nope, okay, then I'm just gonna focus my own game and play there. Now Doom is TPing top, which it could be good. Like if somebody shows top now, they can play. But it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, the Doom TP is kind of weird. I think like, why did Doom's TP there?
But it's fine. Like he's just controlling the area. He's watching out for enemy TPs, and he's just boosting it with. I think we can just look at minimap from here and see how he rotates. Doom TP'd out. Okay. He's grabbing that camp and then probably lane, and then he's probably moving to the jungle, top side. Yeah. And then rinse repeat. So he's just gonna be farming this area. The cool thing is, especially as soon as you get Manta, the probability of you dying is really low. Like they don't have a direct stun, so you can just play very, very greedy and wait until the team basically has their items to play. I think he just I want to see this again. I want to see his mouse. I think he just pinged the Doom. Let's see what he's thinking.
Okay, I noticed that he played the map. He read and played the map really well. He like have this, you know, haki, you know, like the enemy hero is at bottom and then he's going top.
Yeah. Like it's super impressive how clean those rotations are.
I don't know if Daya will take this tier 2. Daya will take this tier 2, or there will be there's only like 2 possibilities. So maybe if the Daya try to take this tier 2, might be fight happen. And if they don't, he just gonna keep pressuring them.
I think so too. Yeah, exactly. They can't really stop him. Like if they commit heroes up here, this is exactly what he wants. He's just wasting their time then because he can always sub out. And I'm gonna be interested as well to see if he actually joins the fight. Like right now he's clicking the Doom and he's seeing, okay, Doom has ulti. He's looking at his items. It's like, okay, he almost has BKB. Maybe we can fight once Doom has BKB. So he's just like, okay, let's give it us a little bit more time. He keeps pushing, and he's even pushing the tower, even though he doesn't have vision of the enemy heroes. But I think he's just really confident that with the Manta, he can escape every gank basically that's coming on him. Now we see the Winter. This is really great. I think. Oh, I want to see it actually. Yeah, he sees Winter and then he uses Manta. So he's like, okay, the only thing that can really kill me might be a Winter combo with setup on Monkey King and something else. And then he sees Winter and he presses Manta to push.
What is his Manta timing again?
Let's go back. I think he just got it.
21?
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, he can
Dire's
get like
top tower is under siege.
earliest.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So he's pushing, and now if you look at the map, like even the same thing is true. Like we were able to push this tower, and now we see 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes that basically don't stand a chance of killing us, and so he's just pushing in the next tower. Now he doesn't see Winter, so he's keeping. He sees Winter again. This guy comes, fair enough. And now you have options. You can either TP bottom and think about a fight, but he sees Wind Ranger. Okay, it's still farming in a triangle. I want to see Wind Ranger item, what he saw. Oh shit, Wind Ranger is a little bit poor, but this is okay. So Wind Ranger is probably just gonna farm BKB first, and he's like, well, if we don't use the chance as a team and we don't have the same decisions, then he's just gonna focus on his own game, cutting the wave, and flash farming the jungle again.
Dire's middle tower taking
He's taking a rune, but still the same area. You want to pressure them and force them to be top to create space for the team. He's using Manta again for the space. And if we look at the I'm just looking at the minimap right now. He's going back and forth, forcing people to react, and basically farms the area and just boosts his own net worth. He's trying to play a fight, I think just to test the water a little bit to see how strong he is and how the enemy reacts. But Winter's there, so we're probably not gonna overcommit. This is nice. Like I think 3 or 4 people just show top. So I wouldn't be surprised like if he farms here and then even goes to the top area again. Because Winter's showing mid lane again, and they just use the spells, so they can't stop him at all. I think this is a typical Void Spirit gameplay. In some games you just don't have a hard counter that's able to kill you, and then you can completely freeform the map. And now we're running low on mana, so we have to think about this a little bit. And he almost got nullifier. So I think with this setup, what you usually do is you want to get the item and then TP back base, and then you can make it play and actually kill people. So he got a gold, he got the item, he's buying a new TP as well, and he's grouping up with his team. Maybe push out one wave, get the smoke, nice. This is textbook gameplay. This is so beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Why do he get no? Oh, okay. Okay. He get nullifies because of Pugna.
Yeah. Okay. And now, if you just look at the net worth, this doesn't even seem so high because the enemies is keeping up really well. But look at the last stats. He's super beefed up.
160.
Yeah. So
because Doom has the Midas also.
Yeah, Doom is Doom. But I'm pretty impressed actually by the other cores how well they can play as well. But now he got this power spike, he got the item, and now you can just push buildings. Like as soon as Pugna is down, there's pretty much no defense. He's probably cutting the wave. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And now he's just jumping in and diving.
You could merely hope to amount even to nothing.
Holy shit.
Oh, he's just diving like so deep, deep into the chambers.
And I think that's just the game.
Yeah. Holy shit. The damage, man. 28 minutes.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Dire's structures are fortified.
So it's really cool. I'm really impressed by the patience he has. Like even though he was the strongest hero for quite a while, he was really patient, waiting for the Doom BKB, waiting for Wind Ranger, and just doing like the best he can in the game. And then immediately abusing his time. Like he gets the nullifier and immediately calls for a smoke and plays with his team. Let's see. He's pushing a little bit, and now we're just waiting until enemy makes a mistake, and they step out. Whew! Blink on Pugna, cool.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Dire's top tower is destroyed. Dire's courier is dead. But its crime
Let's see. Maybe he's pushing bottom, just to clean up the next tower.
Regeneration.
And then, what item is this? Lincoln's? I think so.
Lincoln's or the Winter Weapon ulti.
Probably, yeah. And it's nice, like, as a universal hero, you can buy pretty much everything as long as it gives stats. So he's again on the top side, just baiting and reaction. Okay, super nice. Yeah, and then just slow team fights where you can use a lot of spells and you got you. And yeah, that's a game.
Dire's middle tower taking damage. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower
I learned a lot about like how patient he wait, how he cut wave, how he played like the map efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's really the key. Like, not overthink it and focus on the net worth. And like, look, in our games we have so much more time. Like, we can play super well with even more time, and we can pressure the map and force their mistakes and abuse that. So I think this is really a good example of how it looks if somebody is really good at something. He just makes it look very easy and natural, and there's no hectic in it, and it just seems very calm and very understandable. And yeah, I think that's a good.
Yeah, I need someone to like a breakdown to how the pro things. So because sometimes I watch I've been watch like many streamer, right? So other replays for Void Spirit gameplay. So I try to like understand what they do, how what is the objective of they doing this. But
Yeah.
I've seen like I cannot get it right. So you taught me like the objective of every move. That's what I need. So yeah, that's what I need, someone to help me.
Cool.
Okay. I think that's good for me. Back to my old question, if you still remember. So how was Invo dispatch? I've been watching like Sumiya and Henry Invoker. It seems kinda like he's still the same.
Yeah.
He's still the same, but I think he's got nerf for me. I feels like Invo is getting nerf because of the meteor damage is not like the all the patch, right? So
Yeah, I think last patch we were really blessed because Invoker was a super strong hero in the match, and I think in this patch it's very even. Like it's not completely bad, but it's also not super great.
From my perspective, I've been played like Invo like on 2 times or 1 times, but I tried the build like the last patch build refresher with Hex, right? I noticed that even if I refresh, I cannot kill a 5k HP. Just like I've been playing it on turbo mode, so I'm experimenting on turbo mode with Invoker, but
Yeah.
it seems kind of like if they get item like stats item that give them health, I cannot do damage. I cannot like one shot them or like focus on them. So yeah,
Yeah. I think
kind of weird.
it's a lot about utility. So I've basically seen two game styles really working out. The first is getting Witchblade, and then maybe even a Midas still, and then TP boots, and then you kind of build as a classical Exalt Invoker. And the second one, I think, Henry, for example, is somebody who plays this a lot, is more utility based. So you get a couple items that actually help you in the team fight. That could be like Yules, even on Exalt Invoker, and then Hex and items like this to really utilize the spell casting.
Yeah, because I need from your perspective, how you play Invoker in this patch. I mean, like, what is your play style?
So I think it depends where you are, but I think if you're below like Divine or anything, then still going for the most basic build where you just go Midas, TP boots, and PKB Hex is probably still fine, because the key elements of pushing out side lanes and moving and getting the spells right and having impact in a team fight, they are still the same. And then the question just becomes, the higher you go, the question becomes, okay, what is actually suitable for every single game, and what is suitable for like this specific meta. But I think before Divine or maybe even Immortal, the meta actually doesn't make too much of a difference. I think if you spam the classic Invoker, as you always did, you're probably going to be fine.
Oh, okay. So I don't know how to play Invoker this patch, so I'm like expanding my hero pool right now. So I've been switching and learning Void Spirit, and again, as I said again, a lot of MMR, like 300 something like that, and
nice.
I want to try Puck. Do you play Puck? Do you?
I played some Puck in recent matches, yeah. Let's see. It's mixed success. Very mixed.
But you get the idea, right? I mean, like, you get the idea about Puck. So I've learned Imbo from you, so I try to implement what you taught me about Invo and Void Spirit, and I want to try Puck, but I want to try Puck, and can you like guide me, like maybe next time?
Yeah.
I've been trying Puck. For me, I'm not good like landing skill or anything. About landing, I guess I can do like not good, not bad, just so. But I need a deeper knowledge about Puck, because Puck seems kind of interesting. I've seen Henry stream.
Yeah.
Henry, he play Puck like no one brave enough to go to near his Puck. So like, wow, this hero is so strong.
Yeah.
So I need. Can you get me next time maybe?
Yeah, we can also like analyze maybe a game from Henry if I can find something. It's pretty interesting. I also love to watch this guy. It's just so fascinating how he plays it, and how strong he understands. I think his laning stage is especially good. This is really interesting to watch. Yeah, sure, we can look over it.
Okay. For now maybe I'm just focusing on my Void Spirit, and this Void Spirit, if it's got banned, so I have Invoker. So next time if I'm playing Puck and then if I lose or win, I will find you back then. Yeah.
All right, sounds great.
Okay. So I think that's it for this time.
Okay. Good luck in your games. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see you next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.